But we're going to get set up here for game number 3. Necrodancers taking the map pick. They will be taking us back to Volskaya Foundry, where they had a really good execution against Psystorm Gaming in the round of 16. So we get set up here, everybody getting into the lobby. I'm excited because we've been seeing some really good matches here, going down to the wire here into game 3. And you get the sense now, if with Necrodancers picking up game 1, and now that they've given up that game 2, that Firm Handshake might kind of have the measure of them here. And it'll be really interesting to see what the adjustments made by both teams in this draft, in this must-win game 3, how they come out and how they really affect both sides' play.
And that's really important to think about, because when you look at the games that Necros played all night, it's pretty much been the same draft. They have not been forced until now to switch it up. And this is a team with a lot of depth. We have a lot of GM master players, as well as experienced Open Division in the Open Division, as well as in Heroes of the Dorm. These teams have a lot of gusto behind them. They are ready to take games. We didn't even see Medivh in that second game, despite it being open. So, yeah, a lot more to see still from the side of Necrodancers.
Yeah, just looking around the bracket as well, as this will be the last game of the night for us here. Winner of this game actually getting to play Wrong Orc tomorrow on day 2. So a tough matchup waiting for them on the other side of this one. Reborn actually falling 2-0 to Femme Ferocity in their round of 8 games. So a big disappointment, I'm sure, to the Reborn squad, as they'll miss out on the top 4 for the first time in a number of weeks, waiting for the results from Freebirds and TLR as well, who will play Femme Ferocity tomorrow on day 2. First pick, first ban coming in for the side of Firm Handshake here on Volskaya Foundry. Not immediate, well, 15 seconds in, and it will be Blaze once more.
Yeah, they don't want to see Blaze. It's been a constant ban for them. Same with Irio. These off-lane tanky heroes, they don't really like to see. We're seeing a lot of Sonya, a lot of Leoric tonight take their places. Wow, actually going to see the Sergeant Hammer. That might be a little telling. I know a certain Tracer one trick that likes to say Sergeant Hammer is too good against Tracer. So I'd like to see what that plan is there. What do they prioritize here? You know, they been taking, either the tank or the healer right away. And there's the Deckard, obviously.
Not a big surprise there. Deckard showed up really well for Firm Handshake on Tomb of the Spider Queen there. The really good CC, really good consistent output on the healing, keeping the team up through a lot of the sustain fights. And with Alex Straza off the board for that sustain, no big surprise to see the last Haradrim making an appearance on the side of Firm Handshake.
I don't say this very often, but teams need to start obeying the call of Kel'Thuzad. All right? Best hero in the game, best burst mage in the game, and we don't see it at all. I'm telling you right now, guys. Play Kel'Thuzad. It's a good hero.
We'll see after they do the inevitable rework to him. It's like Oprah handing out reworks. You get a rework, and you get a rework, but it's the same 3 first picks on the side of Firm Handshake: Muradin, Jaina, and Deckard Cain. They're shaping up to have a very similar composition, and there's the Maiev target ban in response to that one. They don't want to see the last Warden on their side there, but Medivh in the hands of Domovarian, you've got to ban the Stitches here, I think. You can't give them both of their favorite picks here.
Yeah, they've been really enjoying that kidnap combo, and it's actually really effective on this map where you have to play on the point. The portal comes in, the Stitches hook into the gorge, into the portal again. It's pretty monstrous. They're actually going to ban Diablo. I don't think we've seen Necrodancers play Diablo all day today, but definitely a hero most players have in their arsenal.
Yeah, Diablo, a very strong warrior pick, very good at being disruptive, being able to pull heroes out of position. But you know who else pulls heroes out of position? Stitches. And we know who's been playing a lot of Stitches tonight. It's been Necrodancers. It'll be Greymane and Garage. I'm not surprised. Oh, I'm a little surprised by that, but I'm also kind of intrigued because we haven't seen a lot of Garage play tonight. I think we saw him once, and he got bodied quite a bit, but that was against...
I talked a little bit about it earlier, how Jaina can be somewhat of a soft counter against Garrosh because of the slows, forcing him to use his Unstoppable maybe a little early. But you know how you get around Garrosh not being able to get on the team? You portal him in.
That's the 200 IQ play.
That
The way you
100%
think.
200 IQ play.
Just looking over at the production Discord as our observer, giving off the straight up biography of Kel'Thuzad there, as Uther will make an appearance as the support pick on the side of Necrodancers here. I like that with the all-in composition of Greymane, Garrosh, Medivh, and Sonya. Come through that portal, drop that wave of light, get that armor up, and say good night to whoever you decide to chase down.
I will say this. Divine Shield against Stay a While and Listen is absolutely phenomenal, because not only does it provide him with damage reduction, but it also provides him with Unstoppable. The Greymane at that point, while Deckard is stuck there casting, gets to get on any hero he wants, Jaina, and kill her.
Yeah, I mean, why not take out Deckard as well? Because then he doesn't have the ability. I mean, he won't have bottomless flash till 20, so it gives you an opportunity to take the healer out, who is a very good sustained healer throughout the course of this bracket, and then really start to push the failure of the composition at that point. It's really like watching. I was watching a bit of the Overwatch League finals, and they talked a lot about that first pick being so critical to a team falling apart in the play, and we'll see what happens here. But on the blue side, it is the members of Team Necrodancers. Physicals on the Greymane, Quantum on Uther, Azariel playing Sonya yet again, Huff Money on the Garrosh, and Domovarian, no surprise there, will be on the Medivh.
Yes, and on the red side, firm handshakes all around once again. Vader playing Dahaka, Pirate Rum on the Genji, Jinxed on Jaina, Lex Luthor on the Murden, and Grizz once again on Deckard Cain. We're not seeing anything too new out of anybody. Going to see pretty standard builds all the way around. Sonya actually wanting to go with the block talent instead of the heal talent that's been pretty common. But I can understand why.
Actually, that's been the number one pick for Azariel. He's taken block in every game he's played on Sonya so far in this series. It'll be block into the 2 whirlwind talents from level 1 to 7. I'll be surprised if I see anything different. He's picked those same 3 talents every time.
Yeah, and look at this right here. Team is trying to translate from mid to top. Like, how do we get up there without dealing with Lex Luthor's kind of annoyingness? Portal. Let's just portal around him. That sounds like a good idea. Portal around.
And how about Huff Money looking? He gets that groundbreaker in there, looking for maybe a throw onto Lex Luthor over towards the wall, but no landing there. And this is the one thing, looking to try and throw Pirate Rum there, but a little bit late. Is Ariel actually going to get pulled in by Vader with that tongue? We see both teams now start to go towards the turret camps again. Spawning 1 minute into the game, you want to get those as early as possible with the way they respawn. Get 2 turrets by the time the first objective spawns here if you get them quick enough. And that is pretty much the strategy you'll see every time on this map at most levels of play, except for like Silver Quick Match, in which nobody will ever go for those camps.
I thought you were gold. I don't understand.
My friends are silver, and I play with them a lot.
So actually seeing Domo continuously stack up his queue. 7 stacks right now, minute 38 into it. I'm going to go ahead and back out. Actually, smart portal on his end. Lex Luthor about to get support from the Jaina and the Deckard. Huff Money actually probably a little too far forward. I don't believe portal is available just yet. He's going to have to walk away. Uther actually managing to give him a lot of armor and a lot of healing, so he's going to go ahead and step away. Only 2 stacks, though, on the Groundbreaker. Actually, against this composition, I actually think that's going to be a very tough talent to stack because of how hard it is to hit the Murden and the Genji.
I think right now it'll be difficult because both teams are skirmishing quite a bit, but as we see them converge on the control points, once that first Triglav Protector starts to spawn, you'll see him get a few more stacks there because they have to fight in more enclosed spaces. Yes, they're mobile heroes, but they have to stand still for a couple of seconds here and there, and that's really the timing that you're going to see Huff Money look to land. He's not going to look to land the throw into the Groundbreaker. He's really going to look to use the Groundbreaker to try and disrupt the opposition and let him get in a little bit closer, or maybe come through the portal, then drop it, then bring down the throw.
I absolutely love watching this Medivh utilize the portals to get his teammates through the lanes. Unfortunately, right there, a little bit of misplay. Accidentally shielded himself instead of the Greymane. That is going to be First Blood going to Firm Handshake just as they spawn. That's actually most of the damage for the side of Necrodancers. So they probably will have to step away. Don't want to give up any of their turrets or the support camp. So.
Well, they also lost their turret. Physicals had the turret on the side of Necrodancers. Yeah, and it's already gone. It's been picked up by Lex Luthor there. That's a big loss of resources on this map as they try to fight over this first control point.
Yep, and we're seeing Garrosh kind of get zoned a little bit. I talked about a little bit earlier how Jaina is kind of that soft counter, sorry, not hard counter, to the Garrosh. The slows are very detrimental. He does have the Unstoppable now at 4, but it's still not an easy thing to overcome. We're going to see Azariel kind of walk in on Lex Luthor. Lex Luthor just continuously contesting this, making sure he's not losing his percentage. Huff Money, though, now, no cooldowns, just going to sit here. Lex Luthor just going to get an easy stack. Turret's still available. There's the first turret actually coming out. And there's the cap because Huff Money stepped off. So that's going to be a quick and easy, no hassle kind of free protector for the side of Firm Handshake.
On top of that, the only turret they had to expend, they're actually going to get Greymane as Physical's a little too close to the sun. And as that slam coming in from the Triglav Protector will eat the Photon Cannon as well, that's a huge loss again, as it's been Physicals both times going down to the pick, and that's a huge loss trying to defend against this Triglav Protector.
Yeah, and we talked a little bit about it in the previous Volskaya game. The melee heroes struggle the most against the Protectors. The minigun does so much damage, and when you can't outrange it because you're in the melee, it's disastrous, and that's why we saw Greymane there fall to it. Physical, though, trying to clear out the mid lane. It's only a half level down. They did manage to get the top tower and the top fountain, as well as the middle towers. So if they can return that tower XP, they will be all well off. But I think a lot of this relies on Domo's ability to stack. He needs that trait to hit 40 already.
Yeah, the problem right now for Necrodancers is they've got this very small window in which they need to try and equalize the structure balance right now, and they're not really getting an opportunity to do that. Vader doing a great job in the bottom lane, keeping his aerial in check. So he's going to rotate up here to mid, try and force a fight on even talents, but it's not even talents for long enough. That window slams shut on the side of Necrodancers there, as Heroics are here for Firm Handshake.
Yeah, and we're going to see the X-Strike, not the Dragon Blade. X-Strike's actually been very popular lately. It provides Genji with that extra getaway, but also provides a ton of burst that Dragon Blade doesn't seem to provide for most players. Yes, it's consistent damage, and it allows the reset on the E, but it's more of a win more talent than a win right away talent.
Yeah, you get that big burst from X-Strike, and also the ability to use it as an escape in a lot of situations where you can just kind of just get that big teleport away and be able to save yourself in a number of situations where, Genji's the type of hero that he might not need an extra escape, but why not have one more if you're that kind of hero?
Exactly. And we're seeing Kane throw out his scroll. I actually would really like to see Grizz take the stacking talent, the Scroll of Research, I think it's called, or Scroll of Identify, whichever one it is. A really nice talent because once it's stacked, it provides that 10 armor reduction, and that's just would actually be disastrous when paired with Genji and Jaina burst.
You see Pirate Rum actually on the Genji right now with that siege cam in the top lane. I think he's actually seen the rotation. He's been backing out here as the members of Necrodancers will come up and respond to that, but they lose the fort in the process. That's a big loss for them right now. They don't respond to that push in time, and with the Triglav Protector in the top lane, and if they lose that objective, and there's a really good chance of that right now, they don't really have a lot of sustain on their side at the moment. Giving up that Protector, it's a free ride straight to that keep wall.
Yep, and we see 3 turrets and a support camp on the side of Firm Handshake. 2 turrets in the support camp on the side of Necrodancers. This is something that occurs when teams aren't threatened on the point. So like we saw the previous one, Firm Handshake got pretty much for free. They only had to use 1 turret. So that's why there's a big gap in that, as well as so many out. That's 8 support items out right now? That's absolutely insane. Lex Luthor sniffing out the Garrosh. It was like, nope, I ain't gonna walk into that bush and get taunted. It ain't happening. But
really smart play right now on the side of Firm Handshake. They're doing a really good job just sniffing out where Necrodancers is trying to put themselves, and Huff Money taking a lot of damage against that fort wall there. They've got the siege camp, but it's actually out of range, so the towers are on them. He'll throw Lex Luthor in, big time taunt as well. The polybomb coming in. Stay well and listen will stop the confirmation on the kill as he pops the avatar, and now the pushback right on Necrodancers as it's going to be Quantum getting grabbed. He'll go down alongside Garrosh. Azariel looking like he'll get away with just his life, but they get the turret down, they get the heal down. All that material getting used and nothing getting out of it. 3 for nothing on the side of Firm Handshake, and they'll take the percentage right away on the point B at the top lane.
Yeah, and I talked a little bit about it. That X Strike gonna come in and be absolutely monstrous against this composition of Necrodancers. It's an extra gap closer. They take the portal away and then just get immediately gauged on again. It does so much damage, and he's invulnerable while it's casting. He comes out, protects himself, and they get another kill. Still 3 turrets available, and they're about to have a double support camp. This is going to make it so difficult in an extended fight for the side of Necrodancers.
The best part about it right now, if you're on the side of Firm Handshake, you don't even need to use your turrets or your health boosters to try and win this one. They are going to drop 2 of the turrets here right inside the corner, pushing away on the engage from Huff Money there. Lex Luthor getting thrown in, the taunt coming down with the polybomb. Genji getting absolutely evaporated, but they're looking for the counter on his area. They find it. Blizzard and the Water Elemental just enough to take him out. It's 4v4.
Yeah, and unfortunately, Medivh not able to come out of his bird form. Gonna have to let Garrosh drop. Maybe might get the portal out. No, they're sniffing it out. Trying to get to it, not gonna be able to get away. And that's
Vader was on the other end. Knock knock, who's there? Oh, Vader's in my house. He's a home invader.
Oh man, 15-13, 3 people dead. Excuse me, Sonya rezzing right now. They're gonna go ahead and jump straight into this. Would not be surprised if they take a keep off this. It will be a very quick 16. This top wave will provide it. And this is the power of Dahaka as well. You know, the global soak, every time these things have spawned, he just sits back, soaks, waits for his turn to jump in. And it's provided them with a very steady advantage on the experience side. That's 16-13. It's a full talent tier separation. Trying to overcome that right now is so difficult for the side of Necrodancers. And unfortunately, the Protector is unstoppable, so you cannot stun it or keep it locked up. Garrosh, wow, actually has to blow the Unstoppable. The Silence coming out onto the Uther. Huff Money gonna throw him away, but there's nothing to save him. Medivh, unfortunately, not getting able to drop down fast enough and drop the Protect on him to save his life.
Wow. I'm not sure if that was intentional, but Vader with the isolation actually hit Quantum, and it looked like Quantum kind of ran across the arc of fire there and ate that, so he wasn't able to keep Garrosh alive. Well, that's a whiff on Stay a While and Listen, as Grizz looking to try and finish something off, doesn't find a target, but 4-level lead, I don't think they'll carry their top keep is down. They grab the siege camp, and this is a 10-1 kill advantage in the side of Firm Handshake.
Yeah, and I absolutely love Heradric staff picked up by Kane right here. Sonya so many times has just jumped in the background and just been spinning around, but a 5-second cooldown on a 75 or 0.75 second stun is so good against the Sonya, and it's going to be so crucial for preventing her from just spinning for free on the backline.
Part of me feels like that talent might need a nerf. Just part of me is thinking, you know what? The way you say that, if I'm Blizzard looking at that, I'm going, you know what? That might be right. I think
it's a 16 tier talent. It's strong enough, but it's strong.
Yeah, I mean, but 8th. Oh, actually, Vader in the house of Necrodancers will actually fall there as they say, you know what? You invaded us once. You're not going to do it again. As they all collapse in on him there, drop all the CC. A couple of heroics burn though, so that's a little bit of material spent on the side of Necrodancers to secure a kill while they're still down 3 levels and a lot of structure here.
But they are pretty low cooldown. 27 seconds on the Haka, but both Garrosh's and Medivh's heroics will be available. Someone actually needs to back off and clear that top lane. that is level 16 available in that top lane right now if someone were to take that XP. And it's a double catapult lane. No real objective up just yet. No pressure to be had. Unfortunately, down that talent tier still. It's not a good place to be for the side of Necrodancers. Physical's just going to go ahead, bounce away a little bit. Lex Luthor still trying to stack up his Stormbolt, only at 19 stacks. Had a little more difficulty this game than he did last game. Azario going to get 16 for them right now. We are going to see the Wrecking Ball stun the Nerves of Steel, the reduced cooldown on Portal, and Benediction on Uther. Hero slain, Genji dropping down. Divine Shield still available, though. He's going to go ahead and back off, bounce away. The Water Elemental trying to do what he can, but...
Yeah, the Water Elemental is so good about dissuading the members of Necrodancers from continuing their pursuit and trying to look for another kill there. They get Genji, but they again spend a lot of their cooldowns, Warlord's Challenge, as well as Polybomb coming in to make sure that kill is secured. Actually, Polybomb coming off cooldown now, so I don't think they had it for that fight, but regardless, they get the throw, the stun, and the taunt in on the Genji just to make sure they get that kill, but they don't really have it at a time where they're going to benefit from it. The death timer is still low enough that the control point will be up by the time Genji is available again, and their cooldowns are still going to be struggling to come offline as they had to go with both Go for the Throat and Divine Shield to secure that kill.
Yeah, and at least 15 seconds until Genji can make it, so it should be a little bit of a control point for them, get the percentage up, at least delay Firm Handshake from getting the percentage up. They're actually sitting at the very far end of the point. They're going to go ahead and give it up because they know Genji's available. It's 19 to 17, still on equal talent tiers, but that's a very close 20 for the side of Firm Handshakes. And they know full well that missed the jump. He's actually going to get stunned, going to get locked in there. Domo getting stunned right now. Has the ability, though, to portal out. The portal actually going around in the circle. That's actually the coolest thing I've ever seen. Wow. The Stay Well and Listen actually not going to get a lot of value. Medivh Bird coming in. Azario falling very low. He's going to get the protect. Going to get a ton of heals. The burst, though, coming out of the double polybomb. Going to hit. Murden falling extra low. Physical jumping in. Not going to be able to get it. Unstoppable. Not enough. Not enough shields to protect him. Medivh not able to get across. Everyone is so low. They need to run away. Dahaka digging in. Quantum can't run away. Huff Money now has nothing. No unstoppable available. The healing coming out. The portal, though, will get him to freedom. Level 20s available for Firm Handshake and Catapults on core. They need
you know where that fight turned on its head. The layout of Point C with the conveyor belts down there. Deckard Cain throwing his potions onto the conveyor belts. It was kind of like one of those sushi boat restaurants where the sushi just kind of rolling by on the little rivers. You can see it there right there. The potions just circling right there. All his teammates had to do were get on the conveyor belts. They'd pull themselves away from the fight and be able to get the heals there. They win the fight as a result. They get Greymane in a vulnerable position away from his teammates, away from his Medivh especially, and find their way to the Triglav Protector and march down top lane onto the core.
Yeah, and I just saw Grizz on Kane kind of 1v1ing Domo. Stay a while and listen. Going to try and do what he can. The taunt coming out, actually, to interrupt. The Polybomb, going to try and help out. Jaina still has her full combo available. It's going to drop down 0%. GG's game number 3 going to Firm Handshake. I believe this is their first top 4 showing. Congratulations to them making it into the semifinals. Necrodancers playing a tough game. Firm Handshake, though, really had their number in game 2 and 3.
Yeah, it's almost like the adjustments that they made in the draft with picking up the Deckard Cain for Grizz really kind of jump-started their composition. Those first 3 picks between games 2 and 3 were identical. Cain, then Murd, and Jaina. And they came in with a game plan and executed it to perfection on both occasions where they were given the chance to. And Necrodancers, they played 2 really tough series. I think with winning game 1 this series, I don't think they gave themselves enough options to try and adjust their draft strategy coming into both of the last 2 maps to really find themselves a lot of options. I haven't been very high on Uther as a solo healer lately. Does have a lot of output, but I just feel that with the way his cooldowns operate, he struggles a little bit with the type of healing output needed to keep up with the current meta, and it kind of showed there a little bit as he matched Cain in terms of output, but the timing that he had on his heels just didn't seem to keep his team up in those fights.
Yeah, and we see the range utility too coming out of Kane, the slows, the roots, the damage reduction. Kane is just so strong right now, and Blizzard kind of nerfed everyone that could contest with him. So he's very difficult to deal with at the moment. But overall, just excellent gameplay from them. The Jaina follow-up was really good. They actually managed to get quite a few good kills on the Genji, but unfortunately, it was too late in the game where most of their tools would be used. Not able to capitalize on their compositions as much. Really good late game execution from the side of Firm Handshake. And really, that matters so much at this level. You can win the first 10 levels, but then lose the later levels just because you don't know how to close. And Firm Handshake showed us they have a grip on it.
Again, caster puns, you can't teach them. They are just a natural gift or downloaded perfectly from the internet. But a couple orders of business here before we get ready to sign off for day one of the HGC Open Division North America Cup number 5 here on the HeroesHype channel. One more time for the Broken Record Club. It's a big, not a struggle, but a big task usually to run an organization of this caliber, and they need all the support that you can give them here at HeroesHype. So make sure you guys get over to their Patreon at www.patreon.com/HeroesHype. Sign up for one of the tiers of the monthly donations. Get yourself some awesome perks like being shouted out on the channels, on their streams, on their content production, which is top tier quality content. From the Heroes of the Storm community here, as well as check them out on all their socials. Subscribe to the channel as well, get some cool emotes, and help support the grassroots Heroes of the Storm competitive scene here. These guys have been going for a long time, and they've been doing it really well. Big shout out to the production team behind the scenes. We know there were a couple of little struggles here and there to keep things going, but they've done a great job with the observing and the streaming today. So a big shout out to our production team behind the scenes. They make us look good, even if we're doing it at one frame every couple of seconds.
Yeah, shout out to our girls and guys in our admin team. Shout out to Kagakuri for supporting me with my Kel'Thuzad dreams. Yeah, definitely, like, subscribe to the stream. Sorry, follow, subscribe to the stream. We also have a YouTube channel. We also make a ton of videos for the official Blizzard Heroes channel as well. The top 5 plays, the MVPs, the recaps. Really informative. If you missed some of the action, it really helps to find out what happened. And we also have a podcast on Wednesdays that I help host with our boy Argy, who's usually in chat. But shout out to all the people that work out involved. InanimateJ, you got any personal shout outs? Do you want to shout out anybody?
No, because none of my friends ever come watch the stream, so feels bad, man. Yeah, I feel like they could learn something. I talk about them being silver peasants a lot, but it's a struggle sometimes to get players like that to come out and watch competitive heroes to learn a little bit more about the game at a higher level to bring back to their play. Because I know a Chromie one trick that is, well, he could have learned a couple of things here and there, but it is what it is. You know how it goes with some friends like that. They've got more stubbornness than brains, but. No, it's been a fun. A big shout out as always to HeroesHype for bringing me in. This isn't my normal game of choice. I'm actually a Rocket League caster by day, and it's always fun to come in and cast a game that I have a very deep appreciation for in Heroes of the Storm. So a big shout out to the whole HeroesHype crew for having me on for the Open Division and for the amateur series when the Open Division isn't running, because it's a really fun time and I really enjoy being here on the channel and working with a lot of awesome people.
Yeah, bud, it's great to have you. It's great to finally get to cast with you. I've seen some of your casts. It's really awesome. Thanks for bearing with my awkward pauses and my Kel'Thuzad. I want to give a shout out to my girlfriend who's in the other room. She's been doing homework, but she does prefer to spend time with me during my free time. But I give it to you guys because I enjoy casting and I enjoy working with the HeroesHype organization. That's why I got this sick jersey, like repping our crew. She actually goes with me to a lot of the live events, and they've been like awesome every time. So shout out to everyone that helps set those up. Shout out to Twitch chat, of course. Don't think I forgot about you. You guys have been great all day long. Someone told me I look like a character from Twisted Metal. I did see that. Don't worry. I saw your comments. And shout out to all the players, honestly. Like, you guys that sign up for the Open Division and are willing to play these games so late and deal with our casting, like, we absolutely appreciate it. GG's. Actually, I think we saw every team that won a game on stream lost the next game. So Firm Handshake has to break the curse against Wrong Orc. And if they do, it'd be an awesome upset because Wrong Orc has looked absolutely monstrous all season long. I don't believe the bottom half of the bracket's finished. We do see Femme Ferocity in the semifinals. Their first showing as well. So 2 new teams in the semifinals. We're just waiting for the completion of Freebirds versus TLR for the night.
Yeah, I think actually once we sign off for the night, we might throw it over to the mainstream because they were following Freebirds tonight. So I guess we should probably wrap it up here so we can do that. So I guess I'll go ahead and do the honors here. So for Dunkstik and the production team, everybody here at HeroesHype, I've been InanimateJ. You can follow me on Twitter at InanimateJ. You can follow him at Dunkstik and follow HeroesHype at HeroesHype. So for now, we're going to sign off for tonight. You'll see us back tomorrow night for the 3rd place game here on the HeroesHype channel, twitch.tv/HeroesHype, as we figure out which team gets the 3rd place and the money, which team gets the 4th place and the points, and who had to bear the loss against some of the top teams in the HGC Open Division North America Cup number 5, which has gone down to the wire tonight. So everybody here at HeroesHype, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow night.
Bye-bye.